Hi, today I will be demonstrating how to use the Hokusai auto editor in order to create a message for an answering machine. So, first I'm just going to talk a little bit about the app. The app is equivalent to basically an Audacity program, which we've been using in class. This app would be good for field trips for students, easily accessible just on their iPad or their phones, and quick and simple to use. The nature of this app is, as it says it in the name, is an audio service, and we'll be using it today to create the final product of an answering machine message. So to access this app, which is only available for Apple devices, is just go to the App Store where you could download it. You would just type it in the search bar and it will come up. It will be the first one. Most people would have to click the get button in order to download it and do your Apple ID and things like that, but I already have it downloaded, so I just have to click open. You'll be directed to this screen. Quick start would be popped up and it would just talk you through the 6 basic steps of how to create your audio file, but I will direct you through those so you can get out of that and just right away. This is the main screen, so we're going to click the plus button up in the top left hand corner, and that will start your project. But before we start, I'm just going to talk about some of the limitations with this site. So some of the limitations will be in-app purchasing for some features and some extra effects. And also it requires other programs to fully utilize this program, such as iTunes or Dropbox account, and obviously the iCloud account in order to download this app itself. Also, there's a difference between iPad and iPhone app. The iPhone has a few less buttons than the iPad, but on the iPhone, it seems to have more, I'll say, friendly user buttons when it comes to importing and exporting files. So some of the skills the students will learn from using this app will be how to record tracks, add effects to them, import them, export them, basically how to create an audio file and do what they want to it. So now I'm going to demonstrate that and go through some of the apps. So first, in order to do anything, you have to record anything. So first you'll click the record button, and you'll see in the record button here, there's 3 options. There's normalize, monitor live, and monitor old. Normalize just means that you can bring the average or peak amplitude to a target level, the normal. Monitor live means that it will play it as you're recording it. And monitor old means it plays any other tracks that you have recorded on the same file as you record the new one. But for this case, I'm going to leave 3 of those off. And I'm just going to click record and record the message that I want to record. So I'll place record. Hi, you have reached Brent Gill. Sorry I'm not available right now, but if you record your name and number, I'll sure to be getting back to you. Thanks. Then I press stop. I can play it. You may or may not be able to hear me when I play it. I'm not sure how well the microphone is going to pick it up from my iPad right now. So if you can, that's great. If not, it's just playing what I just said. Hi. You've reached Brent Gill. In order to play it, see I press the play button up in the right hand corner. Next to the play button, there's a little I. The I button talks about a few features. The sidebar, which is the bar over on the left hand side next to the track that says recording. And it says underneath there's a gear and a mono. Next to that, underneath the sidebar, is the time bar. That would show you the time that it's playing, but I cannot access that because I do not have the Pro Pack, which you would have to purchase. This would be a limitation. Next would be a vertical zoom, which is on, but it can allow you to zoom in and out on the track. Next to that, there's a gear, which means that you rename the project. I'll rename it and call it message for this sense. And hit done. That's my new file. And underneath that, there's mixed soundtracks. So that would be if I had 2 tracks here right now. that would jam them together to create one track if you wanted to add something in there. Quick export would just export your file immediately to whichever features are, I'll say, preset right now, but we haven't looked at that yet. And there's a help button, which basically tells you everything I'm telling you now. So if you have any questions, that would be the place to go. So on the sidebar, you'll see the gear. The gear has delete, where you can delete the track, rename the track if you wanted to do it that way, or convert to stereo. You'll see that it's already in mono. The difference between mono and stereo is mono, all the singles are mixed together and routed through a single audio channel, which basically means everyone hear them at the same volume. But stereo means the two independent audio signal channels. There's two independents, so basically there's a left and a right, so you can hear from the left hand or the right hand. You can choose what you want to do with that. That's really a preference in a more detailed sense, but we won't do that for our sense. So now I'll go through the bottom bar there. There's the record button, which we've talked about. There's the paste, which is, we can't paste, but it will allow you to paste files from other audio sites or this one into there, but that you would have to pay for. There's create, which has a synthesizer or white noise as a second track. Synthesizer can be a high pitch or low pitch tone. White noise would be static, which you could add. Import would allow you to import a file. You hit import, it either imports previous stuff that you have already saved, or you can go to your music library. The thing with the music library is you have to make sure that it's not copyright, or it will not allow you to import it. So to get stuff from, in that sense, that wouldn't be copyright, you'd have to go to something like Free Music Archive or freesound.org. There you would have to create an account and download it to your iTunes and then to your music library. I won't do that right now due to my time limitation, but that's how you would do that. So I'll hit cancel and go back. Next would be Dropbox. Dropbox is like basically an iCloud for your computer in this app, where you would create an account for Dropbox, you would save it there, and then you could import it from there or export, as you'll see in the few next steps. But for now, I'm just going to add a few effects to my track. So what I want to do is, what kind of answering machine message doesn't have a tone in it? So I'm going to add a tone. So I'm just going to hit tap where I want to add it, which is at the end of my message. I'm going to hit insert, and I'm going to hit synthesizer, which is the tone. I'm going to set it for 1 second, which is already preset too. There's sine wave, square wave, triangle wave, and sawtooth wave. These are different types of waves your tone can be. You can play with those, test them out, and see which ones you like, because you can always delete it. But I'm just going to leave it at sine. And you can set the pitch to which you want it to be. Or you can pick the tone on the piano. But I'm just going to put it around here, hit done, and that'll be inserted. Then I'm just going to tap in front of it, and I'm going to play it. You may or may not be able to hear this due to, I'm not sure how well the microphone will pick it up. Oh, I'm from the beginning, so we'll just listen to it all. So as you can see, it played. The reason it played from the beginning is I hit the play button and not the word play that popped up when I tapped the bar. So you have to make sure of that.
I'll sure to be getting back
so
to
now
you.
I'm just going to show you how to add an effect. So I want to add an effect to the tone. I want it to fade out. So you just tap in front of where you want it to play, and as you tap, you want to highlight it. That's a bit tricky. You may have to do that a couple times because you have to do it all in swift motion. Then I'm going to hit more. And there's fade in, fade out, gain, normalize, silence, synthesizer, white noise, or reverse. Those are different effects. You can play with those, see what works best for you, but I'm going to just hit fade out. And it will cause that section to fade out. So if I want to play that, I just unhighlight, I tap right before, and I hit play. I'm not sure if you could hear that, but I just played that section over as the tone faded out. So now I can play it from the beginning again to listen to my total message. If you want, you can add sound effects in there. You can insert them, or you can add them as a separate track. You can add in music if you want, as long as it's not copyright. You can do more effects. Like I said, just tap and highlight the section that you want to edit. There's lots you can do. Now there's lots more if you want to buy the Pro Pack. That would be the Pro Pack, That would be up to you. So now that I've talked about made my messaging machine, answer messaging machine. I'll show you how to export it. Again, you can do more if you want. So I'm just going to go back to my documents. My file is there called message. So I'm going to hit the action button, which is up in the left-hand corner. It's the only button up there. You just hit that, and it gives you the options to highlight one of your things. So I'm going to highlight or select message. Then on the bottom, you can either hit delete, duplicate, export. I'm going to hit export. In the export file, you can pick it what you want to save it as, a WAV file, MPEG, or a ringtone. I'm going to save it as a WAV file, which is a RAW. That's very important to save it as a RAW file. The quality you want, high, medium, or low. I'm going to hit high, what it's already preset to. Then you can hit no further action, which would just export to wherever you want it to go. Send to Dropbox, open in another application, share, or save to storage for file. I want to share mine, so I'm just going to click share. Then I'm going to click done. It's going to give me the options of where I want it to share it to. I can share it as a message, email, a notes, and click more to bring it to, more up here. It'll bring it to Messenger. There's lots of ways you can export it to your iTunes, through a Dropbox account. But again, there are limitations because you would have to create an account. I just want to send it as an email. So if I hit email, it just gives you the option to send it. Now, you can do that. Like I said, there's lots of ways to export it. But in this sense, to create an answering machine message, you would just have to apply it and record it on your answering machine, because it would be no way to put it there besides just recording it. And that's how you would use the Hokusai app to create an answering machine message. I hope that you understand how to use this app, and I hope that I explained it well. Again, if you don't, you can go to the help section. And I hope you use this to create your own message. Thanks for listening. Hi, you have reached Brent Gill. Sorry I'm not available right now, but if you record your name and number, I'll sure to be getting back to you. Thanks.